everybody, this is Yeli and today is day 49 on Mounjaro. I cannot believe it. It's been so many days already. It's just crazy. So what I want to talk to you about today is I went on a trip, and kind of to let you guys know what were my plans, what happened, and what I learned and what I came back with. Let's get into it. You know, I prepared for my trip. With this, I mean, I took my medicine, and like I do Mounjaro and metformin. And I want to start by just telling you guys, I am not a doctor nor I pretend to be one. I'm sharing my own experience on this journey with Mounjaro, and hoping that it will help you as it has helped me, seeing others mention things they've learned on their own journeys. Okay, I am a type 2 diabetic and I am using Mounjaro for diabetes, and weight loss is something that also comes with it that I am super grateful about. So anyway, I went on a trip, right? It was a road trip, so I didn't have to go through the hassle of airports with anything specific, so I'm not going to be touching base on that. However, in my road trip, I did have one of those coolers that looked like a little lunchbox, and I put ice in it, and I put the things that are kind of my staples that help me make better decisions. So I sat and made a list of kind of like the game plan, and that's what I'm going to be sharing with you. So the first thing on my game plan was my intermittent fasting in the morning and just do my first meal at lunch, which I completely managed to do every single day, and that worked out well for me, except today. But I'm also switching to having intermittent fasting 1 week on or off, because I've also researched about metabolism and intermittent fasting and changing it around every now and then. So I'm going to try that out and see if it helps with my weight loss. The second thing was like I told you guys, my staples, right? Which means I always have the same lunch. So what I basically always eat for lunch is my protein shake and some protein and yogurt and some vegetables. But like, I'm still not at the point where I'm doing vegetables with both my meals. I'm just doing vegetables at dinner time. So yeah, you know, that's kind of what I tried, right? So I brought those things with me, and in that little cooler that I told you about, which is great also to bring the medicine with me. I do want to suggest for people that bring their medicine to put it in a Ziploc bag, because of course the ice melts and I don't want any water getting in there, and I just want to make sure that it's airtight. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the ice inside Ziplocs to avoid the water spilling inside, even though it's waterproof, or it should be waterproof. I want to avoid the medicine spilling, the water spilling into the medicine or into any of my foods, right? The other thing that I needed with me was almond milk, and that I said I'll buy that when I get there, because it's super easy to find almond milk. It's not easy to find the exact brand of yogurt that I like, because I really like the one that I get from Aldi's, the whole milk one that I get there. And I'm not sponsored by them, just saying that this is like sharing what I eat and what I like, right? So I brought those things with me, and also the reduced sugar jam that I put a couple of teaspoons in my yogurt of that, tablespoons, I'm sorry, of yogurts in that, in my yogurt of that, because that's something that I can't find just anywhere either. So I wanted to make sure that I was going to be able to have my lunch, and it worked well. I had my lunch the first day, and that worked really, really well. However, what I did not count on was we chose a bad place for dinner. And my dinner was really not that great, and I was really hungry by the end of it. There wasn't enough vegetables. I did eat fish, but it didn't feel like the fish was enough. It was not a fillet, so whatever reason, right? I could have also been hungrier because it was already after day 3 or 4 of the shot. So let's say I took the shot on Tuesday and we traveled on Friday, and the first day that I ate like my meal was Saturday, right? So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it's just like a couple 2-3 days away from the shot. So for those days I didn't quite used to get hungrier with the 2.5 until the 2.5 stopped working for me altogether, and I was always hungry. So I did feel like I was hungrier, and I did not realize that that's something that I also had to plan for. So it was kind of like a bad dinner. So I ended up eating another serving of yogurt. And the other thing that I completely messed up on was bringing my protein shake with me, because it became a cumbersome thing to bring it to the beach. And once we were at the beach, it was kind of like super cumbersome also to just go back to the hotel to just get that protein shake when it was close to lunch. I didn't want to bring it with me with the ice in it, and I thought of the bags for the ice too late. So next time what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring more Ziploc bags with me so that I can keep clean ice, right? Because that way I can fish whatever ice is there, and I can still make my protein shake with that. Because the one thing I won't do is drink it warm. Like, that's just a definite no. Okay. So almond milk I didn't bring with me. I bought it and I found it, and that was perfect. And my family was very supportive. They took me to find whatever I needed to find. Sadly, I did not do my protein shake, so I do regret not doing that, because I did feel hungrier, and it could have been because I was closer to the ending of the week for the shots, or because I didn't take my protein shake. The other good thing, right, that I feel was that I was very conscious of not eating just whatever. I really wanted to eat what I had planned to eat. However, my pitfall was that I ate more yogurt again after dinner, because like I still felt hungry. I wanted something else, and I didn't have yogurt for the next day. So my lunch the next day was a little bit wonky, and my husband brought something that he found, and I ate some of that, but just a little bit, because it kind of was too heavy for me. It was like some mozzarella sticks and some chicken strips, and I'm very picky with chicken, but I ate the chicken strip, and I ate a couple of mozzarella sticks. So the protein was kind of there. Again, didn't take my protein shake for the same reason. And it was like, yeah, I felt the difference of not having had my regular lunch. So I do have to be very mindful, and if I need to bring another tub of yogurt just to have a backup, even if I have to throw it away because I can't bring it back with me, at least I'm succeeding the proper way, right? Then for dinner, I did make a super great choice yesterday, because it was like a seafood salad, and it had some vegetables and seafood, and it was delicious. It was the best dinner ever. So I really enjoyed the dinner yesterday. The first day dinner was a flop, but yesterday dinner was great. However, I wasn't quite hungry, and I still had dinner, and I felt like I was too full afterwards. So I'm here thinking, when I sat to eat, I ate it because it was good and I was able to eat it, and I wasn't feeling like super full. But I wasn't really quite hungry, so I could have made it be weighted, and I could have sat with my family and asked for mine to go and then eat it later, but it was already late as it is. So that's the other kind of pitfall that I had, was meal times. It's hard to eat early when we're on this journey and we're all kind of doing food at a different time, just because we're out and we don't have the same structure that we have when we're at home. So I have to be very mindful of that next time, and I think that was a lesson learned for me. And thankfully I did not have reflux, just because it wasn't a heavy dinner, it was a light dinner, and it worked well for me. But I did feel like you know, a little bit heavy in the stomach, and I think the heaviness came from lunch, really, from the fried mozzarella sticks and the chicken strip. So anyway, and then today I felt hungry around 10:30, and that was okay, because I know that the couple of days before the shot, and today is Monday, so tomorrow is shot day, I get a little bit hungrier, and I also feel like my stomach, you know, the mechanism of action of Mounjaro, don't quote me, but correct me if I'm wrong, is delayed gastric emptying, right? So mine doesn't seem as delayed anymore. I was the first time ever that I have not really had constipation, but I can't say that I've been as regular as usual. So, and I think it has to do because I stopped taking my nightly metformin, which is also another yay. I'm super happy that I did stop taking that nightly metformin, and I've seen that my sugar has gone well. However, every time I stop taking my metformin, it's like a deadlock stall on my weight. I don't know what my weight is coming back, because I'm not going to go up there and weigh myself right now. It's just absolutely ridiculous, because I do that first thing in the morning. It's the only way for me to be a little more consistent and kind of know a little better what the weight is. If I weigh right now, I could weigh 1, 2, 3, 4 more pounds, and then tomorrow the weight is totally different. So it doesn't make any sense for me, but I will share that on my next video, letting you know how it went. The one thing I can tell you though is, first, the road to and from was not filled with snacks and whatever type of drinks or anything. And believe me, I would have found a way, even if I was not doing sugar or flour, to just bring a whole bunch of snacks or things with me, right? I did stick to eating my 2 meals because I've been doing intermittent fasting, and this week I am doing 3 meals, just kind of navigating what the times are going to be for those, because I don't want to have dinner too late. So lunch has to be really light, and dinner is also going to have to be really light, since I'm also introducing breakfast again. However, if I'm not hungry, I'm not going to push it. I'm really not going to force myself to eat, just because I'm not quite going to do intermittent fasting the same way this week. And so that was one win, right? The road trip. It was not back and forth. It was not filled with food. If anything, I just had my water, and I made sure to have my water with me. Another thing that I wasn't too great at was having the amount of water that I need to have daily. I feel that being at the beach with the limited access to restrooms and, you know, all that it entails, I feel that I kind of didn't want to drink too much of anything, because I didn't want to be constantly having to go to the restroom. So yeah, that's another thing, right, that I really could have done better. But another thing that was very, very good that I'm super excited about was that it was not about food. It was just about enjoying. It was not about what we're going to eat or what things we can find to eat here or there. It was about enjoying the meal with my family. Could I have made better choices with some of the dinners? Yes, I could have made much better choices with some of the dinners. We actually had 3 dinners, because the day we got there was the day that we had the horrible dinner. And the first full day, we did have a nice dinner. And that first full day, like, my dinner was kind of light too. It wasn't like that big of a dinner. And but it was half a hamburger that I shared with my daughter, However, I took the top part of the bun and only ate it with the bottom part of the bun, since it was a brioche bun and it was not a whole grain bun. So I think in terms of that, I managed it as well as I could. And I you know, those are good wins. Those are good things to have. And then not having the constant craziness thinking about food is always nice also, because sometimes it would have been like, let's pack up, let's go, let's leave because I'm hungry and we gotta just go. And this time I was more relaxed. It was like, okay, you guys want to eat, what do you want? Whenever you want to eat. If you guys want, let's wait until we're done here at the beach and then we'll go eat. Like, I was not thinking of that all the time. And at some point my family wanted to have, like, my daughter wanted a virgin pina colada and my husband was looking to have one, a regular one. And I was like, okay, let's go. But in my mind I was like, well, if anything, I'll have a glass of wine, but I'm not going to go into anything that's sugary, right? And I really was very mindful to stay away from anything that was sugary or carby, because I know what that does to me and it doesn't do any good. So yeah, it went well. I do have to say it went well. I know that weight is not the only way to measure how well it went. And even if I gained weight, like, I used to come back from a short trip with a whole bunch of pounds. And even if I gained weight, I'm sure it's not going to be the whole bunch of pounds that it used to be before, right? So that is also something to be super grateful and excited about. And it wouldn't have happened if I hadn't been on this journey with this medicine that has been stabilizing my sugar so well. And that's been helping me so much. And I can really see how the 5 is kicking in and it's lowering my sugar, because my average daily sugar has been in between 109 and 116, even though I did, when I ate those nuggets, well, not nuggets, chicken strips and mozzarella sticks, I did see how it went up to like 160, which was the highest that I've had it in a while. But then it also went back down and stayed down. It kind of wanted to creep up, but it went back down again. It kind of, you know, zigzagged a little bit, which is not ideal, but which is something good that I'm seeing the medicine work for me. The other big win, and after this one I'll share about Amy. The other big win that I think I had that would have been very hard for me before was how active, mobile I was. Just walking through all that sand to get where we were going to get, setting up the little tent, the umbrella, setting everything up, and the walking back and the walking, you know, on the beach, which is always nice. Like, that is something that I would have always done without any issues. But I did all that and I was fine. And once we got back to the room and we showered, it was like, oh, let's go back to the boardwalk, because let's go see where we're going to have dinner, and let's go walk here and let's go walk there. And I was fine doing all that. Before, it would have been very, very hard for me to walk so much. Could I have been more active? Yes, there were moments at the beach where I just wanted to sit and have my feet up for a little bit, because I did feel that they were swelling a little bit. But, you know, imperfect as it was much better than how it's been at other times before too. So that's also a win, and I'm happy about that. So now, before I close the video, I did want to share with you guys, and what I realized was that if you search Amy Dene on Facebook, you'll see people that pop up, but below the people you'll see pages, and that's where you'll find her, because she now has a Facebook page that is called Mounjaro Weight Loss with Amy Dene. But if you search Amy Dene, you'll find that it'll come up as a page, which I tried that when her channel was taken down, but I didn't see it because, of course, she had not gone on Facebook by the time I tried. But I tried it again today and I found it. So Her name is Amy Dene, and that is Denae. So if you search that, you'll find her on Facebook, and go follow her. She has a few videos up already, and kind of explaining what she thinks happened and how her process has been with appeals and all that stuff, trying to get her channel back up, and how that's going. So if you guys want to hear a little bit more about that, go over there and show her some love. You know, in her last video, she was talking about how she is brick by brick building this house again that she had that got torn down. And yeah, she'll be happy to have you guys there. And I'm happy to kind of spread the word out as well, because she is a wonderful human being that helped me so much when I started. I found so many good things from what she shared. And, you know, I still don't understand what happened, but, you know, I'm just happy that she is at another venue and still available for us with all that good stuff that she always brought to the table, to my journey, and for that like fellowship and community sense that I get while watching her videos and commenting. And if anything, like, I feel that Facebook personalizes that a little bit more. So yeah, definitely go find her. So yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys being here. I love having you guys for accountability, and there are so many great things that I always take away from your comments. Thank you to all those who comment and share your experience. And sometimes it might not be the route that I want to go, and sometimes your comments might be of something and you haven't, like, maybe watched another video where I talked about why I do things a certain way. But it's still appreciated that you're commenting and trying to share the best of your experience with me. Even if I've tried and it hasn't worked for me, like the intention, it's all about intentions, guy, and the intention is what really fills me with joy, and knowing that you guys are on the other side. So yeah, like, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so that you don't miss any of my videos. And thank you so much for being here. I am super excited to be doing this with you. Thank you again, and until next time, bye.